Yo, what's up everybody, it's John, and I am so hyped to be rolling out this new video because we're talking about Ireland. This place is absolutely nuts. We're talking rolling green hills, cliffs that disappear into the ocean, castles that'll make you feel like you're in a movie. It's seriously epic. I spent a solid 2 weeks exploring this country and let me tell you, it was barely enough. Ireland is the kind of place that gets under your skin, you know? The people are incredibly welcoming, the music just pulls you in, and the landscapes? Forget about it. So, I'm breaking down my trip to the top 10 places you absolutely cannot miss when you come here. Get ready to have your mind blown because Ireland is about to steal your heart. Alright, let's kick things off with a bang or maybe a gust of wind. We're talking about the cliffs of Moher. Picture this. You're standing on the edge of a cliff, 700 feet above the roaring Atlantic Ocean. The wind is whipping through your hair, seagulls are flying overhead, and you've got this panoramic view of the coastline that stretches as far as the eye can see. It's seriously mind-blowing. You can feel the raw power of nature out here. It's humbling and exhilarating at the same time. I spent hours just walking along the cliff tops, soaking it all in. Make sure you bring your camera because the photo ops here are next level. And if you're feeling really adventurous, you can actually hike along the cliff edge. Just, be careful out there. Seriously, the cliffs of Moher are one of those places that everyone should see at least once in their lifetime. It's an experience you won't forget. Next up, we're diving into the heart of Ireland, Dublin. This city is a trip, man. It's got this energy that's both historic and modern, traditional and totally hip. You can literally feel the history seeping from the cobblestone streets as you walk past Trinity College and Dublin Castle. And speaking of history, you can't come to Dublin without checking out the Guinness Storehouse. It's like a museum dedicated to the black stuff, and trust me, the Guinness here tastes way better than anywhere else. But Dublin's not just about the past. The city is buzzing with cool cafes, vintage shops, and street art that'll make you want to pull out your camera every 5 seconds. Oh, and the nightlife? Don't even get me started. From traditional pubs with live music to trendy bars and clubs, Dublin knows how to party. Just be prepared to hear a lot of cheers and slaint. That's Irish for cheers, by the way. Alright guys, get ready for a scenic overload because we're hitting the Ring of Kerry. This 111-mile loop will take you through some of the most jaw-dropping scenery you've ever seen. We're talking lush green valleys, rugged mountains that plunge into the sea, sparkling lakes, and charming little villages where time seems to stand still. It's seriously like driving through a postcard. I rented a car for this part of the trip, which I highly recommend, because you can go at your own pace and stop whenever you see something that catches your eye. And trust me, you'll be stopping a lot. One of my favorite spots along the Ring of Kerry was Ladies' View. This lookout point offers up this insane panoramic view of the lakes and mountains. It's the kind of place that makes you want to just breathe in the fresh air and soak it all in. Okay, get ready for this because the Giant's Causeway is like stepping into another world. Imagine this, 40,000 hexagonal basalt columns jutting out from the sea. Yeah, you heard me right, 40,000. It's like something out of a fantasy movie, and the craziest part is that it's completely natural. Legend has it that the Causeway was built by a giant named Finn McCool, who wanted to cross the sea to fight a Scottish giant. Whether you believe the legend or not, there's no denying the magic of this place. You can spend hours just wandering around the columns, taking photos, and trying to figure out how on earth nature created something so incredible. Pro tip, try to visit the Giant's Causeway early in the morning or later in the evening to avoid the crowds. Trust me, it's worth it. Galway, Galway, Galway. This city is pure magic, guys. It's got this bohemian vibe that's impossible not to love. Think colorful houses, cobblestone streets filled with street performers, and pubs overflowing with live music. Seriously, you can't walk down the street in Galway without hearing the sounds of traditional Irish music. It's like the soundtrack to the city. And speaking of pubs, Galway has some of the best in Ireland. One of my favorites was O'Connor's Pub. It's this cozy little spot with live music every night, and the atmosphere is electric. I spent an entire evening there, chatting with locals, listening to music, and sipping on pints of Guinness. If you're looking for a city with a heart of gold and a soundtrack to match, Galway is calling your name. Alright folks, get ready for some serious natural beauty because we're heading into Killarney National Park. This place is like Ireland's version of Yosemite, but with castles. Yeah, you heard me right, castles. The park is home to 3 stunning lakes, surrounded by mountains, forests, and waterfalls. It's like something out of a fairy tale. You can spend days here hiking, biking, kayaking, or just soaking up the scenery. One of the highlights of Killarney National Park is Ross House. This 19th century mansion is like stepping back in time. You can take a tour of the house, wander through the gardens, and even visit a working farm. If you're looking for a place to escape the hustle and bustle and reconnect with nature, Killarney National Park is calling your name. Alright everyone, time to channel your inner daredevil, because we're heading to Blarney Castle, home of the legendary Blarney Stone. Now legend has it that if you kiss the Blarney Stone, you'll be blessed with the gift of gab. But here's the catch. To kiss the stone, you have to lean backward over a sheer drop while holding onto some iron bars. Yeah, it's a little nerve-wracking, but trust me, it's worth it. Even if you're not into kissing stones, Blarney Castle is still worth a visit. The castle itself is stunning, and the grounds are equally impressive. You can wander through the gardens, explore the dungeons, and even check out a poison garden. Just be careful not to touch anything. Get ready to go off the beaten path because we're heading to Connemara, one of the wildest and most beautiful regions in Ireland. This is the Ireland you see in postcards. Rolling hills, rugged mountains, dramatic coastlines, and charming villages. But Connemara is more than just pretty scenery. It's a place where traditional Irish culture is still alive and well. You can hear Gaelic spoken on the streets, listen to traditional music in the pubs, and experience the warmth and hospitality of the Irish people. One of my favorite things to do in Connemara is to just drive. The roads here are incredible, winding through mountains, along the coast, and past lakes and bogs. It's the kind of place where you can just get lost in the scenery. Get ready to step back in time because we're heading to Kilkenny, a city steeped in history and charm. This medieval city is home to cobblestone streets, impressive architecture, and a castle that will transport you straight back to the Middle Ages. The main attraction in Kilkenny is Kilkenny Castle. This imposing castle dominates the city's skyline and offers stunning views of the surrounding area. You can take a tour of the castle, wander through the gardens, and even catch a concert or festival on the grounds. But Kilkenny is more than just a pretty castle. The city has a vibrant arts scene, with plenty of galleries, studios, and theaters to explore. And of course, no trip to Kilkenny would be complete without a visit to one of the city's many traditional pubs. For our final stop, we're heading off the coast of Ireland to the Aran Islands, a group of 3 islands that will transport you to another world. These islands are known for their rugged beauty, ancient forts, and traditional way of life. Life on the Aran Islands is a world away from the hustle and bustle of the mainland. The pace of life is slower, the air is fresher, and the people are incredibly welcoming. One of the best ways to experience the Aran Islands is to rent a bike and explore the islands at your own pace. You'll find ancient forts perched on dramatic cliffs, stunning beaches, and charming villages where you can stop for a pint of Guinness and a chat with the locals. The Aran Islands are a truly special place, and a visit here is an experience you won't soon forget. So there you have it, guys, my top 10 must-see places in Ireland. Honestly, this country blew me away. From the stunning scenery to the friendly people to the rich history and culture, Ireland has it all. I hope this video inspired you to add Ireland to your travel bucket list, and if you do make it over there, be sure to let me know. I'd love to hear about your adventures. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more travel tips and guides.